The Jasontheweeen situation is sad. This is news to me. You know, Jasontheweeen, I feel like he's a chill dude. He usually doesn't say anything like too abrasive, so he doesn't usually like offend people. You know, I ain't never see him do anything super bad. It feels like every video I make, I'm like, oh, this person seems pretty cool. I never seen them do anything bad. And then in the comments, people be saying the wildest ish. So I don't know what Jasontheweeen been up to, but apparently his situation is very sad.
Someone who I thought was very nice, very sweet, bro, known for a while, went behind people's backs, said some very hurtful things that affected not only me, but people around me.
It was during a time where I think I was being compared to her a lot, and I let that get to me, and I let the jealousy and the envy get to me, and I made that comment.
I was next to Sakura when this call was happening, and it was eye-opening, bro, because it was like, imagine if she talking crazy behind Sakura back, imagine what she's saying about me.
Recently, Jasontheweeen, along with his close friend group known as OSCS, exposed one of their members slash close friends for being fake after she was found out talking crazy behind not only their back but about her own org's back, affecting the trajectory of not only her own career but her own friendships with Jasontheweeen, other people in OSCS, and the streaming industry as a whole. It's genuinely sad to see the amount of hate that's being spewed out in the streaming industry, as this situation just adds more and more on top of that. But I don't want to yap too much, but I'm going to start from the very beginning with who are any of these people in case you're unaware.
I told her straight up, bro, you cannot trust anyone out here. Like, actually, nobody. Because sometimes the closest people to you are the ones talking are the ones using you. You never know, man.
Jasontheweeen, for the uneducated, is one of the biggest streamers out right now for his many collabs and the way that he is able to be a part of so many different pockets of Twitch, even holding the third most all-time sub record for the platform. Unfortunately for him though, he has been going through a little bit of strife recently because he has a falling out with one of his close friends named Sunny, who happens to be another streamer who has been basically going along with Jason, even though he has taken the lead and gone further in his career than her. But they have been doing streams together, playing games together for the longest time before Jasontheweeen was even a popular or a staple name in the Twitch community. So close to the point when Jasontheweeen came up, he paid off her student loan debts, which were around $10,000.
Buy something for someone, mom, dad, do something.
You know what would help instead though?
I don't care. Add something to your cart before I get mad. You have 2 minutes left.
Bro, I have student debt if you want to do that instead.
How much is your student debt?
Right now it's 10,000. That's what I was telling you, like a little bit would help.
$10,000? Say goodbye to your debt.
Don't play with me like that. Bro, you're gonna make me cry. Don't play with me like that.
During the first upcoming days of my streaming career, you were there. You let me do the Riz face on you, and you gave me a viral clip, and you helped me get to where I'm at today.
Bro, you're making me cry.
How everything been financially? Like, you been in debt for a while?
I started streaming to pay it off because it's just me and my mom, so I don't want to give her any debt. I was able to pay off like 10K with streaming, but I still have this much left. Oh my god, I got the PayPal one. Jason, you're actually in debt.
I'll be in debt, man.
This was obviously a very
Bruh, you can't talk shit about a motherfucker that gave you 10 bands. You know what I'm saying? Just drop 10 bands on your lap. 10 bands. Just easy gave it to you. Bruh, you can't talk shit about that mother. Like, you would have to do some real grimy, slimy shit for a motherfucker that gave you 10 bands you to talk shit about. Nasty work. Nasty work. You know what I'm saying? But the video just started. Maybe Jasontheweeen did some terrible things. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
very close relationship. I don't know about a lot of y'all, but I don't have 10K to just throw around. And even if I did, I'm not going to spend it on a person that I don't know or that I'm not close with. As you heard from that clip, her and Jasontheweeen were very close. She helped him in his uprising. He helped her in his uprising. So to see that this person is apparently turning their back on you is actually pretty crazy news, not only for Jason himself, but the rest of his community, because it feels like they've grown up together if you have been watching them. And recently on stream, Jasontheweeen, while around the rest of his friends known as OSCS, exposed her for being a complete weirdo and talking behind their back, but not going into too much detail when he originally announced this to his chat.
Someone who I thought was very nice, very sweet, bro, known for a while, went behind people's backs, said some very hurtful things that affected not only me, but people around me and people around in this group right here. And that person is the big S, bro. The big S, bro. when the sun rises. What did she say? Now, what she said? Do I say what she said? No. Minus 10K? Nah, bro, the 10K, I don't care about it, bro.
Unfortunately for a lot of people that were curious about the entire situation going on, Jasontheweeen, when he originally announced it, didn't really talk about it, and even asked his friends of OSCS if they wanted to speak on it, if they had anything to add, and everybody was really standoffish about it, because Sunny was still supposed to be a part of their group, and this was definitely going to add some sort of turmoil between not only them, but Jasontheweeen, and probably even other people that are connected to them. And because of that, they didn't really go into too much detail when they were all together chilling there, especially since it seemed like they didn't want to create any real bad blood. While their ties may have been separated with Jasontheweeen, she was still supposed to be a part of their group OSCS, and it would be weird to sit there and throw dirt on her while you still want her to actually improve and be a part of your group. But it seems like Jasontheweeen...
Is that Jason's group, or is that just like a group that Jason is in? Because if it's Jason's group, he could kick her from the fucking group, you know what I'm saying? But it depends. We still don't even know what she said, bro. We still don't even know what she said. Like, how deep could it be? I feel like I said, I feel like Jason is like just a good dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see a world where someone's just talking like random shit about Jason. You know what I mean? I feel like he's cool, bro. He's a cool dude. He's a chill dude. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a cold day in hell when we hear some crazy shit about, Jason. Like real nasty work type shit. I'm gonna be like, damn. That was one of the last good ones, you know what I mean? But anyway.
After getting away from the rest of his friends, wanted to speak on the situation more when he actually got to his own place, and continued to go into depth about what was actually said and who and how many people she actually said crazy things about and to.
So when I heard this information that Sunny is talking or whatever, I was like, bro, there's no way, because Sunny to me always been good, always been nice, always been friendly. Then I'm hearing from 3 different other people that Sunny is gossiping, not only about Sakura, but about people in OSCS and about people behind the scenes, people's assistants. She's telling 100 Thieves employees, so she's talking crazy about 100 Thieves employees, all right? And the talk that I heard that I didn't believe, Sunny and her friends Bree and I forgot the other girl's name was talking randomly, and then a conversation got brought up. Yo, who's the most undeserved? Who's a streamer that's undeserving of all their views and all their whatever, right? Sunny says Sakura. Bree and Sakura obviously got close, so that was brought back to Sakura. Sakura called Sunny about this information, and apparently Sunny told Bree that she already addressed it to Sakura and they talked it out and things were good. That was a lie. Sunny.
This isn't good. Because, okay, so Sakura is Jasontheween's girlfriend, I believe. Right? She said that she isn't deserving of the clout that she's getting. You know what I'm saying? Which was a conversation had amongst friends. You know what I'm saying? If all my conversations that I ever had amongst friends was to get aired out, I would be in a lot of fucking trouble. You know what I'm saying? About anything and about anyone type shit. So I feel like it's fucked up for the other girl to come back and tell Sakura that shit. That right there is already too messy. Like, is this fucking musical chairs? Like, what the fuck is this? Is this I don't even know the game. You know the game where you tell somebody something and then they say it to the next person and next person, next person. I forgot what that shit is called, but it's like, what are we doing here? Why even bring that up? Like, just leave that shit alone. Take that shit to the grave. It is what it is. Motherfucker said what the motherfucker said. She said that she feels like she isn't deserving of all the clout that she got. She's Jason's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Jason could have never got in a relationship with her, got in a relationship with another girl, and that other girl would have got all the clout. You know what I'm saying? Or they got a jump of clout from Jason. So I understand where she's coming from. Like, she shouldn't have said it, honestly. But at the end of the day, like, it don't sound like end of friendship worthy. You know, especially, she didn't even say it about Jason. I thought she was talking shit about Jason. But then again, the video's still going forward. You know what I mean? But, come on. Like, come on, bro. But in Jason's situation, he kind of got to stand on business about his shorty. You know what I'm saying? and his girl shouldn't have called her and confronted her about it. Like, oh, you said that shit about me 2 months ago, 3, 4, 5 months ago. Who knows how long ago it was. Like, just let bygones be bygones. You could not like the motherfucker. That's okay. Just don't like the motherfucker. It is what it is. But yeah, this whole thing seems kind of weird if you ask me. I don't think that's end friendship level shit. You know what I'm saying? If there was other shit, but he did say there was other shit talking about the crew and things of that nature. But she could really just have bad, situations with these people. I don't know, man. It seems kind of like nitpicky. Where it's like, I don't know, but maybe Jason, maybe this nigga just living such a calm life where it's like some little shit come up and it's like, oh, I gotta cut them off because they did this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's just keeping it P. Man.
He lied. So then Sunny called Sakura after finding out that Sakura found out because they had a New York trip planned. Sunny backtracks and says, actually, I was saying that you had a very fast growth. I was next to Sakura when this call was happening. And it was eye-opening, bro, because it was like, bro, imagine if she talking crazy behind Sakura back, imagine what she's saying about me.
No. Let's throw that out the window. Because you gave her 10 bands. You fuck with her. She fuck with you. Y'all been fucking with each other. He's like talking shit about your girlfriend. I don't know how close her and her girlfriend are, but I'm assuming it's not that close if she's saying these things. Talking shit about your girlfriend and then talking shit about you are two totally different things. And probably at the bottom of it, she probably wishes it was her. You know what I'm saying? So I can't, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe she just want to be with you, brother. So she just has like a little bit of animosity towards your girl. Which isn't good. It's not good. But it don't sound as deep as I thought it was going to be, honestly.
Imagine what she's saying. Because why was she talking on me, right? She twisted her words, or she was like, oh, you're twisting my words. I said that you grew fast. And then we added breathe to the call. And then all of a sudden she's backtracking. Oh yeah, I did say that you were undeserving of all your views and because of Jason,
Finding out that she is talking crazy about Sakura.
Yeah, she had to come clean at that point. I'm not going to lie though. Shorties do be lying to the death. A shorty will lie to the death. They'll lie till she can't lie no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? So she was ready to really take this one to the grave. Like, no, that didn't happen. I didn't say that. No. You know what I'm saying? Just capping. But, which isn't good. It would be a lot better if she actually told the truth from the beginning. And kind of explained the scenario and explain like, I'm having a conversation with my friends and I don't know every streamer in the world that isn't deserving or whatever, but you got a huge jump from your boyfriend, and you know what I'm saying? I was in a weird place at that time mentally, and da-da-da-da-da. You explain the shit. But for her to, like, cap until she can't cap no more and then come out with the truth when other shorty gets on the phone, other shorty's weird to me. She's fucking weird as fuck. That's like if one of my homies tell me some shit and then the person that they were talking shit with, I got closer with them, than my homie. I go tell them what my homie was saying. Like, fuck no. The hell? You just got to take that shit to the grave. Because it's just like, this was before all this. Was before anything. Just take it to the grave, bro.
Sakura, who, for people that don't know, is Jasonthéween's girlfriend, and also talking crazy about people that are supposed to be in her supposed big friend group, along with the random 100 Thieves employees, which is the org she's a part of, makes you really question the person that you actually knew. Because again, this is someone that he was so close with, he was willing to give $10,000 to pay off her student loans. Someone who had literally came up with him before he was known as Jasontheweeen, and yet is over here doing all of this weird activity, and then lying on top of it. It would be one thing if she just stated that, hey, Sakura got a view increase by hanging out with Jason, because Jason himself also got a view increase, but it's the fact that she had to demean her and say it was undeserving. That's genuinely weird behavior, especially since when she got these same...
But it's... Which I get it, she shouldn't have said it. You know what I'm saying? Especially about the girlfriend of someone that you're really close with. But that's like... If she's in that scenario and she has to honestly answer, and you know how like someone asks you a question, it's like, oh, I can't remember. I don't know the last time somebody told me this shit, but regardless, let's say somebody asks you like, fuck, murder, kill. Oh wait, fuck, kill, marry. It's fuck, kill, marry, I think, right? And they say, oh, these three people. You're just gonna answer the question. You know what I'm saying? And then the person that asks you the question becomes friends with the motherfucker that you said kill to, and then they're like, oh my gosh, they said that like they would like kill you if it was like between the three of whatever. You asked me the question. You know what I'm saying? And I answered honestly in that time and moment. I don't know how I'm feeling about this, y'all. You know, I don't know how much hate she's getting, but I don't think that she deserves, real hate. You know what I'm saying? We done seen some bad shit on the net. Some niggas deserve hate. Her, it's like she says something, you know what I mean? But like, yeah.
Exact viewer increase by being around Jasontheweeen as well. When Jasontheweeen was asked on stream if they could ever make up or ever get back to being friends, he himself had a pretty interesting answer, stating that it could definitely be possible, but this is something that he's been skeptical of since he's been gaining in his career.
Can't y'all just make up? Yeah, we can make up in time. I don't know, bro. Like, I've always been skeptical of who I hang around with, because I'm scared of being used, bro. Dead ass. I'm scared of being used. This whole environment, this whole industry is using people, bro. That's what I realized. That's why I don't be hanging out with people off stream besides like all the homies and obviously my girlfriend and shit.
But it sounds like she was your homie before you had the clout, though. That's what it sounds like. She wanted it to be her, bro. That's what I'm going with. It wasn't her. And she was sad about it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it so far. You know what I'm saying? She thought that she would be with you. You know what I'm saying? She liked you. And now she don't like your shorty. That's what it seems like. But only Lord knows. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think she's using you because she was friends with you before all this. If anybody's using you, it's your girlfriend. If you had to weigh the two and say, who's using me? My girlfriend that I started dating after I was a fucking multi-millionaire, or the shorty that I was friends with before I was a multi-millionaire? You know, maybe she grew to hate you over time and she just deals with you because you have clout and she thinks that she can siphon some clout from you. Possibly. But like I said, I think Jason's a fucking good dude. He gave her 10 bands. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for her to hate on you.
Crazy to see that no matter what part of the streaming industry you're in, the WRL side, the blogger side, or whatever side you find yourself in, there is always going to be drama. There's always going to be backstabbers. There's always going to be people that are looking to benefit off of you. That's all that's happening in the Jasontheweeen situation. But since he aired it out on stream, with accusations comes a response. And the response that came from Sunny had a lot of people genuinely confused and asking for more, because while she definitely did address certain things that happened, specifically the entire Jasontheweeen situation that he went in depth on in stream, and a lot of people still asking for more.
So the situation that happened, I believe, was right after streamer prom, and I think I was asked a question about, oh, who do you think doesn't deserve their growth right now? It was something along those lines, and I had said Sakura, and that she was platformed by Jason. Obviously, it was wrong. I didn't know her at the time. This was before I was able to meet her, and I obviously regret what I said about her. It was hurtful, and it discounted her own growth as a creator, and I think she's completely in her own right to not accept my apology for what I said and what I did.
Sounds like accountability. It sounds like solid accountability to me. So far. But also, she did lie. She shouldn't have lied. If she didn't lie, it would be a little different. But okay, I like where this is going though. Like, she's given, it seems like a genuine apology. She understands that she said some shit that was wrong.
Obviously, it was very hurtful. It put OSCS in a horrible position as well, and I feel so horrible for hurting Jason, putting OSCS in this position. It came from a place of envy and jealousy. It was during a time where I think I was being compared to her a lot, and I let that get to me, and I let the jealousy and the envy get to me, and I made that comment. And I apologize. I'm very sorry to not only hurting Sakura, but also hurting Jason and, you know, putting OSCS in this position.
This is actually a way better apology than I was expecting because it's a content creator apology at the end of the day. Acknowledging your wrongdoings, saying that even the person that you're apologizing to doesn't actually have to accept it, even explaining where it was coming from, like jealousy, envy, and that being compared to her was the reason why you were doing it, even though wrong still made it so people could understand where you were coming from. And at the end of the day, it was short and to the point, no fake tears, no crying, just immediately explaining everything as clear as possible and as to the point as possible. The issue with that is she only talked about one situation, which was the main publicized one, the Jasontheweeen and Sakura incident. While we already did hear though, she was talking about other people as well, even people inside of OSCS, her entire big friend group, that she apparently had bad things to say, and people in the 100 Thieves, which is the organization that she's a part of, that she apparently said bad things about too. And that left a lot of people wondering if anybody a part of these groups will come out and speak about it more, and that apparently did happen. Later that night, Yugi 2X, who was another person a part of OSCS, wanted to dive into the stuff that Sunny apparently said about him and how it affected him and what he felt about the entire situation as a whole.
Okay, what Sunny would do, and like I said, I spoke to Sunny. I want to preface it that I spoke to Sunny, and I told Sunny I didn't like this. She was friends with Bree and friends with me. She would go and validate Bree's feeling. Like, me and Bree, yeah, we're not perfect. We have an argument. Okay, we have argument. Or sorry, I would go to Sunny with an issue, and she would validate my feelings. Then she would go to Bree and say like oh, like maybe like, oh, Yugi's maybe like controlling or shit like that. As my friend, I don't respect. I never heard this. Like, I never heard these things come. You know what I'm saying? I never heard these things. I did talk to Sunny again. I'm gonna.
Is this Bree? This is. So they're in a relationship, I'm assuming. We putting the pictures together. You know what I'm saying? We putting a picture together right now. But I'm assuming this is his girl. And because that's what it seems like so far. Anyway.
Preface this. I believe at the time that not at the time, but I believe that Sunny could change. Like, that's why I decided not to come out with anything, because number one, and I decided, like, gang, OSCS is I take it on the chin. Like, I know that in this situation, like, see me as race baiter, immature, they can say all they want, but at the end of the day, bro, I'm gonna take it on the chin so that I can see everybody succeed. Yes, I spoke to Jason about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I did. I don't care. At the end of the day, if you don't, this is what I told to Sunny too. If number one, Sunny, if you don't, this is what I told Sunny. She knows this. If you don't, gang, why do you think don't get into positions of talking shit? You won't be put in this position unless you put yourself in a position. Like you know what I'm saying? If I open my mouth saying, yo, Jason's chopped, Jason doesn't make that much money, that shit's gonna come out. It's just facts.
Now, this portion with Yugi was a little bit more sporadic, so I'll try and paraphrase it.
So it seems like she just be talking about okay. It seems like she'll be in your face, you know, you tell her some shit, she understands the shit that you're saying, she validates you, and then can go to the other person and, you know, invalidate you. You know what I'm saying? All the shit that she validated you on, make it some other shit. Or just not agree with you after she agreed with you. If you didn't agree with the motherfucker from the get-go, you should have said that you didn't agree with the motherfucker. And if you're in that motherfucker's face saying that you agree with that motherfucker, the least you could do, even if you don't agree with that motherfucker, is when you behind their back also agree with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's the least you could do. So, okay. It seems like, based off of the shit that I'm seeing so far, that she's probably like, she got some jealousy issues. OD people pleaser. You know what I'm saying? She wants to please you. She also wants to please your girlfriend and tell your girlfriend, like, oh yeah, maybe he is kind of like this and kind of like that, you know? Like, wow. But then talk to your boyfriend and be like, yeah, no, you're right. Like, you're right for feeling that way. When you grabbed her phone and threw it at the wall, totally fucking understandable that you did that. Not to say that bro did that shit, because, you know, that's crazy to say it, that a nigga just did some shit. But like, validating you and then going behind a nigga back and then also invalidating you to everybody else, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it peaceky. And if that's the way she moves, I could see how she can go online and just lie to a nigga face, say, oh, it was out of jealousy and da 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 da. She's very aware of the shit that she doing, if that's the case. If that's the case, she can go online and say that shit and apologize and very articulate herself in a very intellectual way. And then she doing this to niggas. Like, okay, you know what you doing. You know that you wrong. And you just on some bullshit.
A bit better. Yugi and his girlfriend, whenever they were having problems, might go to Sunny to try and ask for her advice. And when Yugi would go to her, they would have a normal conversation, maybe speak it out. But when Yugi's girlfriend would go to her, for some reason, she would talk to her and be like, maybe Yugi is controlling, maybe Yugi is using you, maybe Yugi is doing X, Y, and Z, which is a weird thing to have your friend try and say about you when y'all are meant to be close and y'all have been cool for a good minute. You wouldn't expect them to try and tell your girlfriend or any close friend of yours that you are using them or trying to do something weird with them. That doesn't make any real sense. And unfortunately for Yugi, he wasn't even going to talk about the situation or even come out with this information until this whole thing got spilled over on stream. And he was more worried about making sure that OSCS, the entire group him and his friends are a part of, were actually doing well, rather than actually drama farming somebody that's supposed to be a part of his group.
I try my best to stay loyal. I mean, not loyal. Yeah, try to be loyal to all my friends, things of that nature. If I see this loyal, I'll call it out. And I always, nigga, I could be the most hated. I always call out. I always call out what's not real. What Sunny did was not real. Y'all.
Is she okay? She ain't say a word. Yo, shorty, blink twice if you in danger. Like, I digress.
Are basing it off oh, here's Jason protecting his 2-month-old girlfriend or 3-month-old or 4-month-old girlfriend. Here's Yugi protecting it. Damn, bro, you're really blackballing. Nobody's blackballing shit. It's wrong. It's wrong. Y'all is brain rotted. It's wrong. It's just wrong. Like, fuck the black shit. Fuck the damn, you're not gonna be on a Jason stream no more. Damn, are you gonna kick her from OSCS? Gang. It's just wrong.
This is honestly really sad to see, because Sunny as a solo streamer seemed like they were genuinely going places, being a part of 100 Thieves, along with their group OSCS, who was getting a lot more shine recently. All of a sudden, all this had to become crashing down purely because of some hatred and some envy that was really unnecessary, especially since y'all are basically coming from the exact same block. And that being hatred on one of the people that actually helped put you on and aided you in such crazy ways, and then also directing that towards people who are supposed to be a part of your group of friends that are so close to are trying to come up together and eat off of each other. It's really sad to see how fake this industry specifically can be, and how much people are willing to slime you out or talk bad about you for no real reason, when all you're trying to do is help them and help a bunch of other people around you. But at the end of the day, that is just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do it would be the comments.
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucked up. It seems pretty fucked up. You know, the first part is kind of like, if it's this small, like, you know, is it that bad? And then the problem is the lying. And then if she could lie, she can also lie about other things. And then on top of that, she's, you know, people are coming to her for advice and to vent, and then she's going on the other end and saying the opposite of the shit that she's saying to the other motherfucker. It's like she might just be just a fucking terrible person disguised as a sweet and kind person, which is very possible. That is a thing that does happen in the world. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. At first I was like, bro, like, she's like, y'all tweaking, y'all doing too much on her. But if that's the type of shit that she's on, she's probably not like a great person, and she knows how to manipulate people to get what she wants, and that's what she fucking does, which is pretty shitty, honestly. And I don't see bro coming out and saying all this, especially after he already took it on the chin and just lying on her. You know what I'm saying? Kind of weird. Everything is a little weird. you know, whenever the scenario, it's starting to make sense why Bree, I'm assuming Bree was bro's girlfriend, you know, after Bree became friends with other shorty and wasn't as close friends with Sunny, because of the fact that she's going to her and her boyfriend and adding to the drama rather than helping them, you know, and kind of saying, you know, things that are not staying true on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So I could see why Bree would not fuck with her and also tell Jason's girlfriend this shit. This is messy, very unemployed information. Unemployed information. Do I really give a fuck? Not really at all, honestly. But it is interesting to look at. You know, I like seeing drama. I don't know. I'm a messy motherfucker. I like seeing drama. Fuck it. But yeah, I hope that everyone kind of comes together again. You know, Shorty, it seems like she's honestly just fuck up. And because of that, she's doing all this weird shit. So, yeah, maybe she should be kicked from the collective. Maybe she isn't someone that should be around these people. Honestly. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.